Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Um, Today, I was guided to do this message, so I'm not sure what the title is yet. So we will do the message and find out. We will just see. We are using the Sacred Destiny cards by Denise Lynn to start with. So we'll just see what messages would like to come out. Celia has guided me to do a little bit more recorded videos, so we're going to do a little bit of that as well as continue with the lives. The first card that came out is the release card. Which here where I am that's the time of the year it is fall. And I feel like it is definitely a time of letting things go that are not serving you. Definitely, sometimes we have to let things go to allow room for other things in our life. Then we get the card of illumination and we get the card of flexibility. And sometimes, we have to go with where we are guided. And the card on the bottom is the thriving card, which is, beautiful energy. I feel like we are definitely coming into that time. I see it looks like maybe the moon here or maybe Jupiter, and Jupiter is going, direct next week. So I feel like that thriving energy is right there as the overarching energy. So just know that if people are leaving your life, sometimes things have to leave to allow room for new things to come in. And I feel like the universes want you to be flexible and to kind of step into your power, and to just trust, that everything is happening as part of your journey and just where we're currently being guided. We will pull some tarot to clarify the energy. And sometimes we have to let people or situations go so that we can step back from that energy, to change the energy to a more higher vibration, conducive energy of where you really want to go versus sometimes where we're at. General guidance, this message. The card that want to come out is the Queen of Cups. So I feel like, she's very grounded. She very much is feeling her energy. The cup in front of her is full and overflowing, as well as floating. So it's very balanced. So I feel like it's a time of being very heart-centered, but being very aware. Definitely a time of self-care. I know I have definitely been taking some time to do that. And sometimes, we have to take a little bit of time to, think about the things that are really holding us back, things that we've held on to for a long time, maybe things that we didn't even realize that we were holding on to. Sometimes there's things that are blocking you and you just don't even realize that, those are beliefs you have that could really be blocking you. Or feelings from a relationship or a past or a pattern that you have. Sometimes we, hold so tight to those things. And like in this card, she's like really holding tight and she's just not hearing any of it. She's like, no, this is what I believe. And that's, is the feeling I get with that. And I feel like with that Queen of Cups, she's, it's about being more, open-minded, heart-centered. And sometimes we have to be vulnerable and not hold back our feelings and emotions. as one thing I've recently noticed, you have to really go into your, emotions and feel your emotions. So we are going to look at the current energy, which is the Hanged Man, and that is crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like that's definitely about doing the spiritual work. And sometimes that Hanged Man, energy is feel like we're stuck, things aren't moving. But no, it's really just a time of illumination that's really going on. Sometimes it's about, doing that deep reflecting. Because something really bright and good is right there around the corner between that flexibility card and that thriving. And sometimes we always try to control how things are going to happen, and the one thing I've learned for sure is we have no control. You can put it out there to the universe and it will bring it back to you in whatever vibration you're in. So if you're look around, and if things aren't the way you really would like them to be, just know that is a reflection of your current vibration. Um, and if you would like to manifest something differently, then you have to just raise your vibration. Because you literally get whatever, like, at whatever level you're at is where you manifest. So we're going to get the next card is the Foundation card, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which she's definitely always about doing the self-care and being grounded. So I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, that's definitely saying, make sure you're being in that queen energy. Don't be chasing anyone. That queen energy doesn't do that. She sits and she waits, and that person comes to her. And she's focused on her own, like this one's focused on her own pentacle. Like she's got her own stability in her own life. So I feel like that is a super important energy to be in right now. And it is a time for the feminine to really focus on that stability, for her day-to-day work, to try to bring that in. The immediate future energy is the Ten of Pentacles. That is that happy home card. That legacy card. What legacy are you trying to, bring in? What legacy do you want to pass on to your children, your grandchildren? And as far as that legacy, so just tell me, what beliefs do you want to pass on? Do you want to pass on the belief of you have to hold on to every dime? Or do you want to hold on to the belief of money is abundant and we are thriving and we can all have everything that we seek? Because that truly is possible. All you have to do is get in the correct vibration of it, and you're able to bring everything you really want into you. The current headspace is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands sometimes is about being very guarded, so with that, I'm saying, make sure you're not being very guarded. But in this card, for me, she's the wounded warrior, but she's standing there holding the light for other people. And I feel like that's what we're supposed to be doing right now. That's definitely what we're trying to do. Be the beacon, shine the light. So he's always saying, on our channel, to share what you learn. And she's a big advocate for that, as well as like bartering between us, and she would like our community to do that and to help each other grow and evolve and advance spiritually, to move into this more overall peaceful, thriving community, versus being in this wounded warrior energy. The past energy is the Queen of Wands, and she's definitely stepping into her power. She knows her power. She knows her ability. She knows her strength. And that's being high vibration. You see, like she has fire coming from her hands because she knows the ability to manifest is by, and look, the joy, the happiness on her face. You can see like she knows through her joy and happiness, she can manifest everything she wants. And that is truly possible. The higher vibration you get and the more elevated you bring your vibration, the easier everything you want to come to you is. So my true recommendation is are you meditating? Are you meditating, and what beliefs are you holding on to that, do you want to pass those beliefs on to your children and grandchildren of this lack energy? Because so every time I hear beliefs, Celia's like, look at that Four of Pentacles, she's holding on to some beliefs that don't serve her. I mean, I remember growing up, my mom talked about living through the Great Depression. That was a really hard time in her life. And I heard about it. So when they talk about that stuff, it immediately flashes my memory back to my mom talking about how bad those times were. So sometimes you just don't realize that programming that's instilled in you from your parents and grandparents, and even just programming on TV. And, so I'm very conscious about what I watch now, for sure, with my spiritual path, where it is, because I know how much of that is programming and how much I'm, anyway, back to the reading. So the current environment is the King of Wands, which is that masculine energy, and he's stepping into his power and knowing his strength as well. So I feel like that's a good balancing of the masculine and the feminine in the King and the Queen of Wands. So I feel like, are you working on balancing that stability with, your finances? Are you taking that action forward? And with that, I feel like you are taking the action forward, because with that, that's like, this feels like Aries energy to me. Like this, as even, I guess Leo. So you saying Leo, that Leo energy, because, but I'm like Aries. I feel like that bold action. So Aries, Leo, Sag energy. I feel like that bold action being taken, like shining that light, deciding to take that step forward. And I hope you are deciding right now to take that step forward, because, we all need each other. You know, I listen to other readers and get messages as well. As well as I know other readers are listening to me. So we are meant to shine that light for each other. And make sure you're being very balanced in your energy of your masculine and your feminine. That's very important, especially if you're on the twin flame journey as well. Being balanced in your masculine and feminine. How others see you. The Two of Wands, kind of daydreamy, very withdrawn. Like she's by herself, but like she's kind of, daydreaming about what she wants. And, sometimes through this spiritual journey, we are in a little bit of a season of, release, and this, illumination, which for me feels like, a little bit of time of growth and time alone. And I know I've been taking that for myself as well for the last few months, really working, focusing, really just focusing on my spiritual path. As Celia's really pushed me to do that, and she's done that in the past, to like really go like, so we're really going to put some content out here in the next few weeks. I'm feeling like she's got a lot of messages, so we are going to be that messenger. But she's saying, others feel you've pulled your energy back. And some people aren't going to like that, but just know you have to do what's best for you. Once again, that self-care card of that Queen of Cups. And then we get the hopes or fears card, and we get the Lovers. Is that your hope, to be not only balanced within yourself, but, this is like twin flame union for me, and this is, the hopes and the fears. A lot of people, hope they get here, but you know what? Once you get here, it's so much more work. Dave and I are doing this every day. So I'll just tell you, it's work every single day. So that is the hope and the fear. I promise you. It is, don't think that like, oh, once you get into union, everything is just like peachy peachy, because it's still work, and still working through things, because once we stop working on things, you know what, we die. So I want to keep working on things for a long time with Dave. I joke with him and tell him I want another 100 years with him. So I tell him, technology's going a long way. You never know where we might be in 100 years. So I mean, look where we've come in 50 years. So the overall outcome card is the Wheel of Fortune. the world, the end of the cycle. Um, she's like that wheel's turning, but in that, that looks like a ring, and that looks like, that wheel. I'm still here in the wheel. Like things are turning, things are moving forward. Um, so just if you're going through a hard time, just know that it's about to get easier. So just, keep working and shining your light for others. Some underlying energy. We get the Ace of Wands, the Moon, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. And, in this Five of Wands, it's, people working together. Sometimes it's chaos and conflict, but in this card, it's like everybody's kind of doing their own part to reach that ultimate goal. And I feel like we're all supposed to do that. So, as you, are gaining your clarity and wisdom on different things, share with others. We're definitely inviting you to share with us. So, because we're all in this together. Truly, we're just all in it together. So we get the Thriving, the Two of Cups. So he wants me to pull a Romance Angels card. She was definitely feeling the love energy. She had me bring my roses in that Dave got me. And I mean, we have, the King and the Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the World. So those are all beautiful energies. But I feel like it's saying, be aware of this underlying energy, but I feel like you're going to gain clarity on some of this shadow, on what is blocking you, what beliefs don't serve you. Sometimes we have to take a look at, what are the beliefs that are holding us back, for a long time, I kept attracting people that needed fixed. They needed me to work on their energy. So it was great for my energy stuff, but not great for my, I thought my picker was broke. But when it was the right time, it was so easy with Dave. So just know that if it's being a struggle, sometimes it's just time to refocus, like literally. At that time, I pulled all my energy back and just like really focused hardcore on my mission. Like I'm back doing it again. We're back being hardcore again. So it's like the mission is all about it. So the card is heart-to-heart conversation. And, who do you need to have that heart-to-heart conversation with? Is that heart-to-heart conversation with yourself? How is your self-talk? And then the bottom of the deck is the separation card. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And this can be a friendship, a lover. It could be many people, even just a career. And then we get the heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And that is super good energy, and advice to, discuss how you're feeling. If we don't tell other people how we feel, they're going to assume. And you know what they say, when you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. So don't assume. If somebody hurts your feelings, tell them. Because when somebody's rude to you, you put in your vortex for them to be nicer. So if you want somebody to be nicer to you and you don't say anything, you just store that energy. And then it just keeps happening, because if you don't say nothing, that energy will just come to you again and again until you use your voice and say something. So if you have something to say to somebody, say it. Yeah, she's saying if you have something to say it. We're also going to pull a Archangel Metatron card. But I feel like this definitely could be twin flame energy. Just with some of the cards here. Which is why we're pulling a Metatron card, because, I feel he's very strong in that twin flame energy. Um, and this is why. On the bottom, we get as above, so below. So just know that you can be getting communication from your other, your person in the 5D, so telepathically, in dream space. No, when you're thinking about them, they're probably thinking about you. And then the other cards that we get are the pink card, which is self-love and nurture, which is beautiful energy. So he's saying really hold that one up. So that's beautiful energy. The next one is Kundalini, untapped energy. So are you feeling your Kundalini energy? Have you felt that energy move? It normally sits at your root chakra. As you work through your ascension, that energy rises. It is your life force energy. So I will maybe do a meditation for it. We will do a meditation, Celia says. And then the next card is the leadership call card, which is answering the call, which I feel like I said earlier, it was time to really step up and step into your gifts. And as you're stepping into your gifts, you're very likely to have that spontaneous Kundalini activation, awakening, to where you'll feel that energy literally like crawl all the way up, like up and back down. As I say that, it makes me, feel it. So, but I feel like it's definitely, saying, time to answer the call. So I feel like that is going to be the name of the video, answering the call. The universe is knocking. It's time, answer the call. So we will go ahead and save this video and post it to YouTube. And I hope everyone has a great day. And, just know there's beautiful energy upcoming. The Two of Cups and the Thriving card are the underlying potential energies on both, that underlying energy. So that thriving and that, relationship together is, right there at hand. And truly, Celia says, the thing to do with that is to work on raising your vibration. As you raise your vibration, you're going to bring in all those, higher, things you want. When you attract somebody, you want to attract somebody in that high vibration. If you're in a very lackful vibration and you bring them in, they're going to be in that same lackful vibration, and probably not like long-term best vibration that you want to be in. So truly, the higher vibration you can work on being in, then that other person you're going to call in is going to be of that same vibration. So I hope that helps. We will post the video and have a great day.